Mental Health Sunday, some reflections on lessons from First John and the Gospel of John. In this is love, not that we loved God, but that God loved us. Beloved, it's not all about us. It's about God. We are told constantly by our culture that individuals can be equipped to compete fairly in an open market with free trade. We are promised that regardless of accent, culture, color, gender, orientation, rights-bearing individuals can find justice in a meritocracy. It's deep in our bones, this mantra. We desperately want to believe in just deserts to justify our privilege and our good fortune. It's sort of our religion, eh? But we all start out as babies, as parents with infants. Is there ever a baby that isn't adorable, beloved? It's only later that they reveal traits that only a mother can love. And it invite that rueful phrase, God love them, because it's so hard for us to do it. The earliest moments are glimpses of the grace of God, innocence, freely given, undeserved, unmerited, unproven yet. So quickly we slide past that into anxiety as parents. Jack Shaver used to say, in our zeal to be blameless, we destroy our kids. We rob them of the credit for what they do and save them for the blame for what they don't. Either way, eroding their agency, their autonomy. It gets worse in adolescence. Some of us, newly privileged and popular, others become invisible. Whatever happened to your best friends from grade 3? And then through a lifetime as adults in the economy, we are increasingly separated out. Beauty and brains, talent and hard work. Those are the official standards of our aspirations and ambitions. Rarely do they validate the whole of our raw humanity from those vulnerable early years. Perhaps we've misunderstood what makes our branch of the vine bear fruit and credited the individual grape rather than its roots or shoots. Perhaps we've confused fruitfulness in a caring community with productivity in a late capitalist economy. Perhaps we've failed to leave the pruning up to God and presume to take upon ourselves the task of cutting off the unfruitful shoots. At home and at work, this myth of the meritocracy keeps people anxious and hustling, trying to be good enough to love. God forbid that any one person tries to be perfect. Only God is perfect. A community can be more perfect by including more differences of the beloved. In this is love, not that we loved God, but that God loved us. Beloved, it's not all about us, it's about God. Did you ever read a novel called Beloved by Toni Morrison? It's a bleak tale of an escaping slave who kills her baby rather than have that baby be recaptured and grow up as a slave. The master recognizes that this woman is unfit to be a slave, dangerous to have around, so she is freed with her remaining children, but her household is haunted, cursed by the beloved, the ghost and spirit of the murdered child. How can you fit the infant innocence, that glimpse of grace, into a world twisted and tainted with injustice and inequity beyond our individual control? Listen for a deeper challenge today. Not just competing standards of measuring up in a meritocracy. In this is love, not that we loved God, but that God loved us. Beloved, it's not all about us, it's about God. It's not about us, it's about God who knows us better than we know ourselves, loves us better than we love ourselves. We are beloved. God loves us first, and we just respond. If we accept that, we in turn might learn to love differently, fearless of failing, ever ready to try again, to recognize in the face of a stranger, or perhaps the one in a mirror, God's beloved. Perhaps even someone with a mental health challenge. God's beloved. Amen.